Welcome to Nourish for Soul channel.
Allah azzawajal taught our messenger alayhi salatu wasalam, فَذَكِّرْ إِنَّمَا أَنْتَ مُذَكِّرْ لَسْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ بِمُسَيْطِرٍ. Remind, because all you are is someone who's meant to remind. Your only job is to deliver something that will help people remember. That's it. You are not in charge of them at all. لَسْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ بِمُسَيْطِرٍ. You're not in control over them. Saytara in Arabic is control. And the messenger is being told, no matter how much you remind them, when you remind somebody or you give somebody advice, you're hoping they'll take your advice. It's logical, it's good for them, you mean it in good intention. Why wouldn't they listen to you? And when you give somebody advice out of concern and love for them and they don't listen to you, it's frustrating. Why aren't they listening? I told them, I even clarified to them why I'm telling them this. They know it's good for them and they're still not listening to me. And a kind of a frustration and an anger builds inside you. And that frustration, it may not be because you're arrogant, maybe it may not be because you want, people to be under your command, but it may simply be because you want them to change for their own good. And that's what the Prophet wanted, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for his people. And yet many of them wouldn't change. I'm reminded most powerfully of what happens at the passing of Abu Talib. Abu Talib is an uncle of the Prophet ﷺ, who's not like Abu Lahab. He's not like Abu Jahl. His other uncles were adamantly against Islam. They insulted him, they attacked him. Abu Lahab was the most vicious of them. He even celebrated when the Prophet's child passed away. Next door neighbor, celebrating that he heard that a baby just died. How sick is that? And that's his uncle, And so he experienced incredible amounts of suffering at the hands of his family. But Abu Talib was a support. Abu Talib protected the Prophet ﷺ. He took charge of him. And he even brought him back securely back into Makkah. So, there's so many things that Abu Talib did for, you could say, not just the Prophet, but actually for Islam. But he didn't accept Islam. Until his dying breath, he wouldn't accept it. He was close, but he just couldn't get himself to do it. He just didn't take it. And that hurt the Prophet so much, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that someone who loves him, not just someone who hates him, someone who loves him, someone who cares for him, someone he cares for also, like a father figure, and he just won't listen to the messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, think about this for a moment. Nobody can give a better speech, and nobody can make a better argument, and nobody can present something more lovingly than the Prophet himself, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the best teacher for all of humanity. So Abu Talib had the best teacher with the best message and the best opportunity to learn this message. There was nothing missing. Everything that could be done was being done. And yet he's still not listening. And so this pain that maybe the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what did he do wrong? What's missing? Why won't he just accept? And so Allah told the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam something very heavy that I want you to really think about today. And that's the words of Allah when Abu Talib passed away. إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. You certainly are not the one who guides whoever you love. You're not in charge of guiding whoever you love. Now, I love my children. You can love your spouse. You can love your parents. You can love your brother or your sister. We have love for family. The Prophet ﷺ's love can never be compared. The kind of love he had, the kind of heart, we can never compare. And that love makes you want the best things for the person you love. Which is why the Prophet ﷺ wants guidance for Abu Talib. That's the best thing you can have. The ultimate gift would be guidance. And Allah has given the ultimate gift of guidance to the Messenger ﷺ. And his loving uncle didn't take it. He didn't take this profound gift. It's so painful. And Allah taught him a very heavy reality. And through that painful experience of the Prophet ﷺ, he taught us a reality. You, for sure, are not the one who guides whoever you love. Every time we read about the Prophet ﷺ and something painful that he went through, you have to understand something. Allah put him through trials and difficult experiences, not because Allah wants him to go through difficult experiences. Allah loves him more than anyone else. This is the most beloved creation of Allah. So you have to ask yourself, why is Allah putting His messenger through these painful experiences? Because he is rahmatan للعالمين, because he's a mercy and a teacher and a care and an act of love from Allah for all people forever to come.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos, like and share.